everybody, welcome to the very first study abroad vlog. Now I do want to preface, I currently have a cold. I was out sick yesterday and I feel a little better today, but I still have like some congestion, as you can hear. So bear with me as I'm voicing over everything. But welcome to the very first, I don't want to say episode, but like very first trip, very first vlog, I guess. Sure. So today I'm going to be talking about the trip that me and my friends took to Kinsale a couple weeks ago. Everything's recorded and ready, so I guess let's get on into it.
Look at Emma. You're gonna do great in Hollywood because you exploit people, okay?
So we start off meeting in the lobby of my and a couple of my other friends' apartment complex, and from there we journeyed on to the buses. And it was about a 30-minute ride to Kinsale, well, we went to Fort Charles first, and then we went to the town of Kinsale. But either way, it was about a 30-minute drive. And you can see as soon as we step off the bus, it was so windy. None of my audio from any of these clips is salvageable. Oh my god, none of the audio works from any of my clips just because of how windy it was. You also, like, in a lot of the videos, I already have super shaky camera work, but it just gets so much worse with the wind because I'm trying to brace myself and I'm like holding on to the camera and then like shaking with that as well. So it was definitely a journey, but worth it in the end. There was this super cute coffee stand. They sold coffee, hot chocolate, they also had food. Like I think one of my friends got a quesadilla from there that looked good, but it was super cute. And then from there, we headed on into the fort. Charles Fort was built in 1682. It was designed by William Robinson, who designed it in the shape of a star. And I'm not entirely sure what advantages the fort has being built by the star, but it survived many like wars and battles. Then we were able to walk along the walls, which was super cool. It was so windy, but it was so cool because you could see the harbor and you could see the sea. You could see the sea. And it was just super pretty. So windy. You can see in this clip where literally, I'll play the audio for this next clip too so you can just really see how windy it was. But you could jump and the wind would move you back, was how crazy it was. We found this little, like, within the walls they had these little indents that we would go and sit in. I think that at one point we crammed about 5 of us in there. 5 might be a stretch. We got at least 4 though, to protect ourselves from the wind. It was insane. Like, we knew, checking the weather in the morning, we knew it was going to be windy, but when we stepped off, it was crazy. It's crazy, man. I don't have a lot of like video content of what the view was and the different aspects of the fort. However, I do have a lot of pictures, so I'll put some of those in now. I was obsessed with this lighthouse. I thought that it was super cool because it had the orange and then contrasting against the white background with like the green. I loved it. I thought it was super cool. And so that was definitely one of my favorite things that I took pictures of that day. But then after we went and walked along the walls, we went into the fort itself. So they had different buildings, like they had food storage and they had an armory and they had a gunpowder storage that we were able to walk through. And then along that it also had descriptions of like what it was used for. And now I'm going to be honest, I did not read any of these because I was focused on taking pictures. But I'm assuming it gave just information about what the fort was and what people did there. So then we went and walked around some more and we went through this tunnel and on the other side was this really big like field and Sophie got to live out her frolicking dreams and frolic through the grass. She had this expert heel click. I was really proud because I can't do a heel click, at least not like that. And it was frolicking in a field, which made it even better. So, congrats to Sophie for living out her frolicking dreams. Finally, it was almost time to go, so we went back out on the walls again. Matt and Willem had their little Titanic moment. Rose and Jack up against with the wind blowing. And after that, we just headed back to the buses, and it was time to go to Kinsale. The bus dropped us off at the harbor, right on the pier. As you can see, when we were driving up, we got a nice view of the water with all the sailboats in it. We saw a little bit of the town, but not as much as we eventually saw by wandering around. But to start off our day in Kinsale, Millie and Amelia showed us their epic Irish dancing that they learned in a class that they took a couple weeks ago.
Wait, I'm on the wrong foot! Hey, is this your Irish dancing?
The jig.
Yeah!
After this, we all decided that we were super hungry and needed something to eat, so we strolled down to Wharf Tavern to grab a bite. I'd give it like, I don't know, maybe like a 7 out of 10. I had a burger with, all I know is that I had no cheese and that I had a vegan and gluten-free bun because both Amelia and I could eat it. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad. I should not be reviewing food. If you've come here for food review, you're in the wrong place. We ate, had some nice dessert. I think Amelia and I got a hazelnut and chocolate cake, something like that. I don't know what everyone else got.
Across the table.
Is there coffee in the middle too? No. Like you're gonna make it here?
That was really
You know how to use the oven?
Once we had finished up eating, we headed out and decided to explore the town of Kinsale. So we just walked around the streets. We found this church, and now I'm not 100% sure that we were supposed to go in there, but people came in after us. So I don't think that we were trespassing. I'm hoping that we weren't trespassing because I did get it on video. So if we were trespassing, just ignore this segment. And Kinsale is known for its brightly colored houses and shops, and so we went on the hunt for one of the very famously photographed ones. It's called Stone Mad, and we found it. And it's just this super bright orange building, but it has other brightly colored buildings around it. And so we just stopped and took some pictures, and it was super cute and a great way to end the trip. And that was the end of the trip. So I didn't film anything else. It was also raining, so the last couple clips are filmed on my phone, or a couple of the clips are filmed on my phone. But we just headed back to the buses. We were all exhausted. I think I fell asleep halfway through a movie at 11 o'clock, which sounds late, but for what, the times I've been staying up recently have not been late, but that's how tired I was. So all in all, it was a great day. I definitely recommend Kinsale. I'd love to go back when it's maybe a little warmer. I know that there's another fort nearby, I think called James Fort or Jamison Fort, that I was recommended. That seems cool. So maybe we'll get a video of that in the future. But for now, stay tuned for, I guess, my next video, which is on West Cork. I have it edited. I just need to sit down and film this style as well, since I don't talk during my vlogs. But yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.